Okay. Looks good. Let me just. Should be live. Let me. Um, there it is. All right.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I actually just launched this right now. Perfect.
All right, I'm gonna find this online. Is anybody in the room yet?
No, I literally just launched like 2 seconds ago.
Hmm.
So it says two waiting. I don't see. I don't see you. Does that?
I'm not in the chat room yet.
Oh no, I know. I don't see
Oh,
you
you don't see me? Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just finishing cleaning up some stuff over here. Sorry.
Oh, okay, good.
All right. So what are you going through right now?
Uh, well, I gotta. This is my. This is DraftKings. I'm already pretty well set with FanDuel. So what I have to do is I have to. I have like these list of guys that I have too much of, and guys that I have to get in. Like I already took care of getting McGee into FanDuel. Um, so that's the first thing I have to do is I got to get the McGee into DraftKings,
Mm-hmm.
among other things. Uh, it's, I would just hope where do the people go because they usually pop right on in. Did I screw this up somehow? No, you are live, right?
Yeah, you're.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you lose one sickness and get the other.
Yeah, so I'm FanDuel. I went a little bit. I don't want to say bananas. You know, I don't know if you could figure this out. Why do I can't get my ownerships anymore using that RG? You know that extension that tells you what the ownerships are. Hey, Bruce, if I can't seem to figure out how to get the. You know how you used to have the ownerships under here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I don't know what's up with the things. I don't use them anymore.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
So like,
So basically, we've got a lot of decisions to make here. I've come on to guys that I wasn't on, and I've gone on to other ones.
so let me run a couple of guys by you that I don't have any of that I wanted to get in and like. Well, forget Whiteside for a second. Do you have Bryant?
A little bit,
Yeah,
not very.
not very much. Do you have any Sabonis?
Is DeBryan really going to be this high owned?
Um, I doubt it.
It seems like a reach to me.
I doubt it. I think it's just going to be whatever. But I do want to get a little of him. I think.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit makes some sense. Sure.
And I'm just gonna run like 10 guys off. Like, is there anybody here that you have like a lot of like Sabonis, um, Turner, T.J. Warren, Aaron Holiday?
I've come on to TJ Warren a little bit more.
Okay. Now, what about a DFS or Kleber? First of all, is DFS playing?
For all we know, yes, we don't know yet. I mean,
Okay. Because if he's out, I think Kleber becomes kind of interesting.
yeah,
Um, would you consider playing any of Aldridge?
no,
Okay. I don't need to get him in. Are you playing any of the auxiliary San Antonio guys? You playing Forbes or Mills?
a little bit of Mills,
So nothing
a
major.
little bit of White.
And are you heavy on Vooch or no?
Um, no,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm on him. I'm just not. My centers on FanDuel are strictly.
I meant DraftKings, by the way, but yeah, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, but it's worth noting that on FanDuel I have Vooch in a couple like tournaments, but mostly all my really big buy-in stuff is either McGee or Carter.
Yeah, I have a good amount of both McGee and Carter, and I have very little of Drummond and Vooch. I have equal amount of both of them though.
Yeah,
That's the way I wanted to handle that. So I don't really think I need 70% Prince on DraftKings. So he's going to be. So I kind of make my list of like my casualties. You know what I mean?
Jerome Robinson is in today.
So that means that what's
Troy
his?
Brown is probably not as good a play as he was, but he's still
Okay,
fine.
okay.
Um, hmm, that's an interesting one. I don't like how much of uh, Troy Brown ended up with. Let me see. Did I do it right? Yeah. I got. Well, that's not bad. I mean, 25% is not terrible.
Hey,
No, it's 20%. Never mind.
what's so bad about not what's so bad about? What do you think of marketing?
Um, yeah, I'm interested. I have him in one of my FanDuel lineups.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I
Not
think I think there's definitely like some serious downside.
yeah, but it's GPP, it's NBA. That's fine.
I'm curious of how this is going to change Troy Brown, if it will. Um, it should, but he was playing minutes even before.
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't really scare me. I mean, well, first of all, it's going to make him lower owned, right?
Yeah,
I don't really need him. I don't know.
I don't have much. I mean, I'm way below the field. There's a couple lineups. Like I am taking a shot with some of these Golden State guys, and I think I'm going to end up pivoting off of it. But right now, I currently have Mulder in one of my big lineups, and I have Toscano Anderson in one of my big lineups.
Yeah, I got a little more. I got a little of both those guys. I'm so heavy on that whole thing in freaking on FanDuel.
I got off a little bit of my Paul George love, even though I still love. I just feel like that. I am now a little worried about the game.
About what? I mean,
Just getting to be too out of hand, which I still like,
Oh.
kind of like Paul George, but it just doesn't feel. I wanted to like mini stack it more before.
no, that certainly makes sense. Now, what's his name? Curry's not in, right?
So Curry is not. He's not in. No, he's out. Sorry. I got distracted.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like where I am in that game. See, again, I don't not that I think this is like the most likely outcome of like the game staying close, but you know what I mean. If it does, I mean, I got a decent amount of of that whole idea on FanDuel, like just have like with Wiggins and Lee and or Chris and right back with either George or Leonard.
Yeah.
And I think that lineup either busts like totally hard or it smashes. You know what I mean? Like I think that which is just fine. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And are you still into what's his name Oladipo?
Yeah,
Yeah, I am
that,
too.
that ain't changing.
Yeah, I am too. But where I have him on freaking DraftKings.
Me too.
Okay, all right, I feel better then. Okay.
I yeah, I'm just gonna answer a couple. They asked for top values. Like for me, there's a lot of value players that I'm using. Like obviously JaVale McGee is one of the top, if not the top value. DraftKings. After him, you have a bunch of guys who are all question marks, including Thomas Bryant, who's going to be heavily owned. So I've sort of shifted a little bit more to the other guys, like Toscano Anderson, just on minutes, and Patty Mills. But I don't love them. I don't love any of those particularly. I think Reggie Jackson's in play, but it's not exciting. I would rather jump up and play like Wendell Carter. Um, Pat Beverly, I think, is fine. In fact, I think that's my answer. Well, it's a tough one. The Beverly Mulder sort of thing is like kind of throwing me off. I've got a couple 2v2s with that combination.
Yeah, I have like kind of a ridiculous 1v1 in that Celtic game. I have an Oladipo Kemba Walker combined 2% ownership. Little mini stack in that one. So.
I have that in FanDuel.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. In one of my 88s, because I was playing a lot of Rubio over there, but at the same price, he and Rubio and what's it called? And it's funny because I love Fultz over there, but I don't find the room for him in my big ones because I basically wanted to use up. I wanted to play these top guys. I wanted a Westbrook Luka combination and I wanted a Lillard Rubio combination. Because in that same Lillard Rubio, I have D'Angelo Russell and Harden. And then I got a whole game stack of Minnesota and Houston.
You have any of the net centers? Because I actually played a little bit of Jared Allen actually.
Yeah, on FanDuel he's so cheap, like it makes some sense. But I just didn't end up going there. I get it. I'm just not going there.
Do you have any DeAndre Jordan anywhere?
No. Okay. There's too many there's just too many other guys I like at center, I think, is the answer. It's really hard, and I really like Westbrook. Like I really have gotten more and more on.
I'm in there a little bit. I'm in there more than I was actually.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in there more than I was. What do we got? You have any DeRozan with LMA in? Yeah, I actually really like that, Brucev. I really like
You
the
want to play
idea.
DeRozan and LMA together?
No, no, no. He says you want any DeRozan with LMA in.
Oh, yeah. I like DeRozan too.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't play them together, and that is something that I would do, but I'm not doing. You know what I mean? Like that's
I mean, you
something.
take Dejounte Murray away. I know Patty Mills you can argue Patty Mills is higher usage, but then you take away Lonnie Walker, who's actually pretty high usage. That's really what is more appealing. The Lonnie Walker news was the part that was more relevant, I think, than we maybe originally would have thought. I think
Because
because he's a usage guy that I had him planned on playing, and losing him and Murray now is like that's your starter and your backup like usage guys a little bit, at least some semi usage guys.
yeah,
I'm not in love with it. I'm good with it.
I also have this weird feeling that the trendy fade is going to be Shaq Harrison is going to end up scoring 50. I think.
I know, especially with Archie Diakono out convinced. Now we know he's out for sure.
Oh, is that true? I didn't even
Yeah,
know that.
a little bit frustrating.
But I just can't get over the idea that that Porter and Markkinen are going to be, you know what I mean, are going to be just making it difficult. And forget that, you know, the Kobe White starting thing alongside of Shaq Harrison's a big deal, I think.
Yeah, it should hurt his usage a ton though.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. We'll see.
But he could do enough other things if the game plays. That was my call of the day on another show for straight bets like that. I bet in the over on that game, but it does. It's weird to me that it's as low as it is. It's actually like shocking.
Which one?
The Orlando game.
Oh, that game again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You know where I'm at with that.
I can tell where you're at.
You know where I'm at with that. It's, just have memories. You're gonna enjoy it if I get Alec and Jack, my two sports betting guys on, because it's what we used to do. I'm telling you, when we were like kind of serious about sports betting in college and whatever, is that we would actually like plan. We would know who we'd be betting like 2 months in advance, like in the NBA. I mean, we were all total spot players. We would play, okay, they're going to be coming off of this game, with this game following it, off of this 4 and 5. And this guy's going to be coming off of this game. I'm telling you, we'd have everything circled in our stuff, like the whole season in advance. It was freaking crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
I like Derek White too. We didn't talk much about him.
yeah, I mean, again, it would seem to be just the master of the obvious type play for me. And again, when I looked at it last night, I'm like, okay, he's going to be huge chalk and whatever. I mean, I guess that I don't know. I guess everything with involving Pop is somewhat fragile. But by the
That's
way,
the thing that worries me.
you know are you playing any Otto Porter? I'm getting a decent amount of him.
Tiny bit.
Actually. Yeah.
Tiny bit. I have a ton of Robert Covington.
Okay, that makes sense.
I just got over in that with my non-stack builds.
When your non-stack builds.
Yeah. I want to see where this Jerome Robinson puts things at.
Yeah, but I mean, think for a minute. I mean, like we're really like putting a lot of DFS stock in whether freaking Jerome Robinson plays.
Troy Brown is one of my value guys,
I guess.
and his ownership is now going to drop through the floor. Well, compared to what it was going to be. I don't. It's not like I should need Troy Brown, but he happens to be a good price, and I'm trying to play Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and Damian Lillard in the same lineup.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But I like the other guys I have. I just have to sacrifice for Troy Brown and Toscano Anderson in order to make it work, and that doesn't feel so good.
So White versus Aaron Holiday, I think's interesting because I think that.
I like it better.
What are you gonna say?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say White between Aaron Holiday. I think it's interesting because they're very similar to me because it would seem as though they'd be both kind of logical plays, but they're. I thought that Holiday was going to get a lot more ownership than he is, and I can't reconcile playing both Holiday and Oladipo. But I have a feeling that one of them is going to have a really good game.
I do too.
So and Derek White is always like we just kind of alluded to. It's always fishy playing around with. But how does he not play? I was about to say something really stupid. I was about to say, how does anything not happen in a Popovich game? So I'm gonna take back whatever that was gonna be.
One thing I do think is going to happen is I think you're going to see Lillard's ownership fall through the floor entirely.
Well, that would be much appreciated, actually.
I think it's got to. Like, it's got to start dropping. I mean, it's still not that high, but if people are really going to play Westbrook, some people are going to play Harden. Some people are going to, I mean, I don't know. I just don't see them doing it, man. I think you're talking about like 15%, I bet, by the end of the day.
Yeah, and the way my construction worked, I ended up, and this is. Did I do it this way? No, I didn't do it this way. I have a shitload. I say shit. I have like 30% Beasley on DraftKings,
Interesting.
and I have
I
him
like
with what's his name with Westbrook.
Yeah.
I didn't really play Harden on DraftKings, which might be a little mistake. I should probably get something. Um, I should probably get something. Let me see. What is this in? This is in. Oh, I'm going for that thing. Going for the live final. I don't even know where it is. I just want to say I'm in the live final. I don't even know what it's for. I don't know what it is, but
Don't be surprised if a guy like Levert or Julius Randle, somebody in that range, could have a monster day where you may not need these high spend ups. By the way,
okay.
I really think that there's something to like. I've started to like the Randle thing a little bit better and better. Their defense has been better, Washington's, but I think I might have given it too much credit earlier. I'm really annoyed with my lineups a little bit. I don't want to play this lineup here the way that it is, and I guess I'm just not going to.
Why? What do you got? What are you between there?
Basically, it's like a little bit of a. It's the only lineup that I have Shaq Harrison in. I have a little mini San Antonio stack with Porzingis running it back. I mean, it's like too bold. It doesn't need to be so bold, but it's starting what it is. It's also bold because it's starting both Drummond and Porzingis, which just is not going to happen with anybody else on FanDuel. And I like that start, and I wanted to play Hernan Gomez over here.
Yeah, I got a decent amount of him actually. Hernan Gomez.
But do I really want to play Mulder as my guard at 4,200, or do I want to drop down for 37? Do I maybe want to skip Bobby Covington out of this lineup? So I don't like having a Golden State player in each of my big buy-in lineups on DraftKings.
Yeah.
It just feels weird. Like I don't feel great about that. It's a huge slate. All right, let's see. All right, so big guys for me. They're asking questions. All right. I'm still trying to figure out this lineup, so I'm gonna let Sheets handle it for a minute with his.
Yeah, so I put some FanDuel stuff up here, and unfortunately, I'm having issues again with my RG extension. The Rotographers used to have this great extension where you could see all your ownerships on here. I literally don't know how much I have of these guys. I can just I get a sense of it, and I can eyeball it, but I don't know. It used to say under here what the ownership was. I mean, I will say this, that I have just an inordinate amount of lower price centers. Like I have a lot of Carter, a lot of McGee, and a lot of Marquise Chris actually. Um, and as far as my spend ups, I did get a little bit of just one or two lineups of Aiton, just in case. Um, I have him. I think two lineups for him, two lineups for Whiteside, just for fun. But what I did was I took a couple of key guys that I thought were okay, that were going to be low owned, and kind of just litter them throughout my lineups. Like Damian Lee, I have like a decent amount of, not like inordinate amount, but I made sure that every lineup I had like one or two of kind of the semi off the board guys. Like I liked Wiggins, so I had him. So what I ended up doing was, since I liked Lee and Wiggins as kind of guys that weren't going to get owned too much, I kind of created some stacks where I had Lee and Wiggins along with one of the two between what's his face, Leonard and George. So that seemed to be where I wanted to go. Um, I did play a decent amount of Bradley Beal. I know it, it's not exactly the greatest price in the world, but again, Beal at I don't want to say low ownership, but maybe lower ownership. I don't know. I figured it was worth a shot, and I did. I know that you didn't want to do this on FanDuel because there are a good amount of shooting guards, but I did play a little DeRozan also, um, and FanDuel, and like you said, there are just a great amount of options that you can play. Um,
Yeah.
but I did play him. And I do have some. I do have a decent amount of Harden over here also. I have like a lot of Peyton on like both sites. Um,
Yeah, I'm less into him, especially with what's his name being announced in tonight, DSJ.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but that's where I'm at right now. Maybe I'll get. Maybe that's the last thing I do. Maybe I'll get off of a little bit of. Is there anything direct I can do to get off of Peyton? I have to see what those prices are. But I definitely have a lot of Lillard.
No,
Yeah,
your best bet is if it's a utility situation, you could play Nance, but even that's not great
right.
on DK.
Um, I'm on FanDuel though with this.
Oh, on FanDuel. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at it. So FanDuel, like, yeah, sorry, I was looking at my screen. I don't see your screen. Oh, here we go. I got it. Sorry, I'm just a little behind.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it is behind. I mean,
so I've got. So we're a little different in a few things. So I have my point guards are basically, let's see, I'll just read my lineup. So they're Luca, Westbrook, Lillard, Rubio, and Fultz.
oh, I know what I could do. I know what I can do.
And Kemba.
I can get a little. No. I can get some low on Sexton is what I can do.
What is
That's
he? What's his price?
62.
What the hell? I didn't even read. How did I miss that price? That's a bad sign on my part, but yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get.
That's the highest usage rate of any player over the last week or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna swap all of it up. I'm gonna swap a decent amount of my FanDuel Peyton for some Sexton. I think that's probably wise. Considering I have so much of Peyton on DraftKings also, I think it's probably a semi-smart thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do as we're speaking here. Um, do you have the same amount of Carter as uh, McGee?
I have more Carter than McGee.
You have more Carter than McGee.
Carter's a better player than McGee is.
I definitely think he's a better ceiling.
I mean, yeah, he's. I don't even know if he has a higher floor. Like, it's not like high floors go hand in hand with JaVale McGee. I mean, this price is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, Carter 30. I mean, that is, and I do. You know what? I kind of getting into your Nas Reed a little bit.
Yeah. Nas Reed, Covington, Nance, those are my main centers. A little bit of Markkanen and Hachimura.
And I ended up with more Kobe White on
Sorry.
I ended up with more Kobe White on FanDuel than I thought I was going to.
Mm.
But that's fine.
Yeah, I like the Sexton call here a lot.
You have any Osman?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Oh, good. Okay. A decent amount of text.
Can't beat those minutes.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Getting to any who you asking about, Abrasive? Delhi? Who's Delhi?
Delavadova.
Oh.
I have him in DraftKings actually. I have to take a shot with those minutes.
What is he? What is he? 4,100 maybe?
He's
4,000.
Yeah.
Well, if I have some extra money on some of my lineups, maybe I could. I do have Daniel House. Maybe I can swap some Daniel House for Delavadova. How much do I really? I really don't have that much. I have 10% of House. I can. What are they pretty much the same price? House and Delavadova? Yeah, pretty much.
House is 43. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, House is the guy I came off of a little bit as the day went on a little bit. I can't quite get him into the one spot I would use him on DraftKings, but like I was going through a White and Beverly or Delavadova and Mulder situation.
Where are you at with Hachimura?
I don't have that much of him in the big ones anymore, but I'm fine with. Like, I still like the play. I just think that I found myself going elsewhere. My FanDuel builds. He's in some of those, but my big guys. I just got really into Covington and Nance and Porzingis, Reed, and Markkanen. Those are all the guys I'm using. And then at shooting guard, I'm using a ton of Oladipo. And then if I'm not using Oladipo, I'm using a ton of Harden and Russell together, or Westbrook and Russell, or DeRozan if I'm using Luka, or Porzingis. Just try to get a little correlation. These huge slates, you could get one game going to, just to tight down the stretch game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm currently making switches in my like $80 tournaments and stuff into getting myself a little bit of the Sexton, because I honestly couldn't believe that I overlooked him because there's other good plays at 6,700, but that's ridiculous. Like, with what he's been doing lately, I really like him.
Somebody's asking Troy Brown with Robinson starting. I wouldn't do it.
I'm getting nervous about the Troy Brown thing myself, so I'm gonna have to make a pivot over there.
Do you have any Denzel Valentine?
No.
Okay.
Oh, on FanDuel even?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I just didn't end up doing it. I don't think there's anything just because he's starting that I'm going to assume anything of it.
Yeah. 13. Let's get more of. Let's do that. Let's get the equal amount of Sexton as Peyton. That'll probably be. We'll do it. Yeah, you made an interesting point, and it's always an interesting question about when they're like throwing these high price guys on, whether the existence of those high mid range guys reduces the need for the big spend ups, which you kind of pointed out. Like where you have these 11K Lucas and 11K Hardens and 11K whatever, whether these Bookers and guys like that and Lillards. You can play those safely enough where you don't have to squeeze your lineups to jam in those 11K guys.
Yeah.
Pat Beverly and Reggie. I suppose.
Yeah, they're each fine. I'm not like in love with either of them. I'm giving the edge to Mulder barely over those guys in that range, and he's a little more expensive, but that's what I ended up deciding to do.
I mean, I guess between Mulder and Toscano, I think one of them could probably have a good game.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to come off Anthony Davis. That really doesn't feel good.
This is going to be smart. So we're going to do this. Shaq Harrison. I'm going to do this. Luka and okay, DFS is available. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw that too.
DFS available, which means I could probably. He's just really cheap on FanDuel. I got some Kleber on FanDuel. He's like 4,300, or something like that.
I think I'm going to leave Troy Brown in one of my big buy-ins. There's not really an exact pivot, except for Toscano Anderson, who I have in the same lineup.
On DraftKings?
Yeah.
At what price? What is his price?
Troy Brown, 3,700.
Yeah, there's nothing. Unless you want to play, unless you want to win Forbes or something like that.
Yeah, it seems like I'm reaching, or I just don't play Davis and I build out.
Yeah, but like you said, you're reaching, but how good is? Who are you talking about? Troy Brown or Mulder? Or?
No, no, he's in Mulder's in my other lineup.
You can play DFS at 3,700.
Yeah, but that's. Well, actually.
Well, I presume you already have McGee in that lineup, right?
That's actually a good pivot, but I think Troy Brown is still the better play.
Well, I presume you already have McGee in that lineup, right? Otherwise, you just play him.
I have McGee and Wendell Carter already in that line.
Oh, okay. Okay. I like the Hernan Gomez call as part of a Minnesota stack. I really like that.
I think he's going to do it tonight. I think this is a great matchup for him.
This is like a pretty contrarian way to do this. I'm playing Westbrook with Beasley and Hernan Gomez and telling Harden and D'Angelo Russell to go F themselves. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I like that. I mean, I like I have a Westbrook with Beasley and I have a Harden with D'Angelo Russell. I'm just giving it away, but those are my two big buy-ins on FanDuel. I have those combinations.
You play any Dylan Brooks?
I ended up with a couple lineups where I did because I think it's a really kind of a cool play. But I just found other guys, and I never quite needed that range exactly. Like I don't have Shaq Harrison with 300 left over anywhere.
Do you like him better than than Bertans?
Do I like
Brooks?
I don't like Bertans that much anymore.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it, but I just think there's better plays on the slate overall, personally.
Okay. I don't need to play Gay. I was getting some Tyson runs, but I just X'd him out. I just thought he was kind of a weird guy to get to.
I'm using so much value. It feels kind of silly for this kind of slate to me. It's you know what it is? I'm not like in love with this mid tier. Like my mid tier guys that I still crammed it, like Oladipo and DeRozan. On FanDuel, there's just a lot of appealing mid tier plays, but there's also enough value where you can do other things too.
Wait, Canaan Bronco was saying LOL Harden. Does that mean LOL Harden or some reference to him being out or something? What?
No, don't worry. I'll tell you if he's out.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know what's wrong with Harden. I don't know what will be so crazy about that. Toscano Anderson's been in this position a couple times. He's played up to 30 minutes, but we don't know he'll really play that many minutes.
You know, it'd be such a tremendous troll. Not even a troll. Is if the Lakers blew out if the Lakers blew out the Nets and they let Jared Allen get garbage time run, he scored 40.
That's probably what's going to happen. You're talking yourself into it because you played so much of them today.
No, I didn't play any of them. I don't think on DraftKings. I got I think it might be 10% on FanDuel. That's pretty much all I needed, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we're maybe missing here.
I got a lot of Wendell Carter. Here in my state, I got a lot of Peyton over here and Prince and Wendell Carter. So I have.
What I didn't end up with as much as I would like is the other Carter. Kobe White.
Well, that's what I was saying. I have a lot of him on FanDuel, more than I thought I was going to end up with.
I feel like he's a much better play, and I feel like maybe I should have made it more of a priority to get him in. So maybe I will try to do that real quickly if I can do that in one lineup.
There you go. Plenty of time, especially for one lineup. Like, who do you have instead of him? I mean,
I would have to get Robert Covington out of my power forward spot.
Well, and who were your choices though? Who would you end up being able to like?
But Kobe White's got a much higher ceiling.
Than whom? I mean, like you're just comparing him to Covington?
Yeah.
I mean that's fair enough, but what are you replacing him? I mean, who are you replacing? I mean, like
that's the trick. I think I would play Patty Mills in this lineup because I'm actually mini stacking that game. It's not a great combo though to have him and DeRozan. It'd be better to have White and DeRozan. Let's see. Power forward, center. Not center. Power forward and guard.
DeRozan. Probably too much of that, but that's fine. All right, you got to take a chance somewhere. This. Porter, good. Booker, good. Maybe a little too much of this. Let me probably get rid of one of these. Wiggins's. Oh, we could go right to DeRozan with that. I like that. Who do you like better, straight up, DeRozan or Wiggins?
I've honestly thought about this a lot. I haven't even thought about Wiggins once.
Awesome. Okay.
Is anybody thinking about Wiggins? Is that a thing today?
It's a thing on all my lineups. I don't know.
I'm gonna jump in and take a look in chat in just a minute because,
I don't know.
but
Any love,
Beverly over.
any love for Josh Jackson? Somebody's asking. Um,
No,
not for me.
no, it's not the right slate to do it. I did the other day, but I'm not gonna do it today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, remember I got that huge game out of him when he was
Oh,
point
that's right. That's right.
on Vandal.
That's
All
right.
right, he wasn't Harden's not out. He's laughing with us. You said he thought it was funny that you said F Harden.
Uh, uh,
Um,
uh,
okay, so Josh Jackson on Fan. What is he free on FanDuel? Do they pay us to get him? I think I would just
I think
share
it's.
with you.
I think it's going to be too expensive if they pay us to.
I love Hernan Gomez, and I like my Hernan Gomez Osman combo. I really like Mikal Bridges. I really like. I just threw House into the. You know what I did? So I did it. I ended up making the pivot. I ended up playing House and Beverly over what was the other option? House Beverly, the 3v3. House Beverly. God, I just lost it. I just made this hopefully game-changing pivot. Oh, I took Dellavedova out and Mulder out. Maybe I'll get Mulder into some other stuff just because I don't want to lose out on him.
Who do you like more on DraftKings, Rubio or Levert?
Because of the game flow potential, I would say Rubio, but I definitely get the. I mean, it's not like I'm playing a ton of either of them on DraftKings.
Right.
I am playing them on. I am playing Rubio on FanDuel. I guess the answer would be Rubio then, because I'm playing him on FanDuel over. I mean, they're basically the same price over there too.
Okay.
Lee Covington.
That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. It's always it's always good to have 15% of Julius Randle.
15. That's not even. That may not be enough, buddy.
Yeah, maybe not, but gotta have my 40% Torian Prince. So gotta go for my 2-for-7 game at Torian Prince. So gotta prioritize
Guys
somebody.
out there, beware about what's going to happen after lock. I'm just telling you.
Oh, you think after lock someone's gonna stick it to you?
I'm not saying I think it. I'm just saying there's a chance that it happens. Like it could happen.
Oh, he's only 4,600. Oh, so 4,600 for Jackson. Yeah, I don't need that.
You know, who's kind of a funny play that we haven't talked about, and for good reason. Like such a ridiculous slate to try and do it, but like it feels like every other game almost. Doesn't it feel like Zubac has a big game, and this is the kind of like matchup he could actually have a game? I don't know. Just thinking it out loud. Like I was thinking about him versus House, but House is going to get all the minutes. It was just like two opposite players, but Zubac can get 35 and 20 minutes.
And that's part of that Golden State game, right?
Yeah.
What's this? Yeah, good 45% Wendell Carter Jr. on DraftKings. Gotta like that. What is that? Okay. What else we got here? Bruce, all right, thoughts on, well, look at all these guys. Oh, I like this. Condensing your question into one. All right. So, I like everybody that you mentioned in that post of Bruce, except I don't know who AG is. And Thomas Bryant, I guess, is fine. But I think all those guys are good. I think that I know that Bobby's talked about Fultz a couple of times today, and on FanDuel he's maybe too sneaky a pivot, I guess, but he's definitely a pivot off of what's his name, Shaq Harrison on FanDuel. And who do you think who is AG? You think is that Aaron Gordon? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
on FanDuel, I like Aaron Gordon. I don't like him as much. I actually don't even end up having that much of him on FanDuel as it turned out.
Okay.
But he's a really good player over there. It's just the way things flowed. I didn't end up doing it.
Yeah, you have is Westbrook in any of your big ones?
He's on each side. He's in one of them.
Okay. Yeah, he's I do think, like I said earlier today, I do think that at least one of those guys
Yeah.
has to go off. I mean, not go off, whatever. Just the total is just such that
there is like a sneaky way, like Eric Gordon puts up like 40 points or something. No, I'm serious. Like I know it sounds crazy, but he scored 50 real life points in the game this year, and people are acting like he's not. Like I actually am throwing him in as a pivot off of all of my other Beverly in the larger field
Okay.
tournament.
As a matter of fact, in the last lineup before I do, what would they throw me into the insane asylum for making a lineup with Westbrook and Harden in it?
No, it's actually the kind of game environment you can do it. The problem is Covington's a good second play in that game too. So that's where I'm running into issues, but I definitely like it.
All right. So if we clear the deck here, we can certainly do it. So we got Carter and McGee. We have Prince. So my Minnesota run backs. If we can actually get Beasley and what's his face and Wancho in there, we could be freaking. As David Bowie would say, we could be heroes. What is Prince? Prince small forward eligible also? Really make my life easy? Okay.
Oh, I think no, he's not. He's not.
Well, he's forward eligible. How about that? So.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a very easy one to do. So Prince is over here. I'm sure there's somebody that's 5K, 4,900 small forward I can live with. Some crappy.
Here, while you're doing that real quick, I'm going to answer a few questions.
Yeah, sure.
Is Harrison fade due to White starting? I'm mostly fading Harrison. I do have a little bit of him, to be honest. I have him more in some of my wild card other lineups. So he is in my lineups, but he's in the ones where I don't mind eating a little bit of chalk, and I don't really like him in general that much. I'm actually trying to get him out of some as we speak. Thoughts on, dude, that's too much of a lineup. Most of everything in that lineup looks good to me. I'm not a big fan of Gordon on DraftKings, but I like him on FanDuel. And just wanted to answer those. Now we're going to get back to Sheets' winning lineup, apparently.
Porter is the last guy in. Oof. Leaving 300 on the table.
Or you could take Toscano Anderson and what's somebody? Yeah, I'm just saying. Toscano Anderson's in one of my big lineups tonight, by the way.
658.
I'm a gambler.
I could be really safe. I could play Ariza.
I know. You get the minutes.
That might be the idea. All right. That's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take my 34 minutes.
You could fade JaVale McGee and throw what's his name in.
I don't need to, though.
I know.
That's fine. That's it. All right. So this looks decent because it's got the lock terrain Prince. It's got Wendell Carter Jr. It's got Beasley, Hernan Gomez with both Westbrook and Harden. No D'Angelo Russell. That's for suckers. And McGee, chalk, and probably a 1% owned Ariza. So that'll be
You're certainly differentiated. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I don't think I need to fade McGee at this.
I will say this though. One of the last things before we leave, I don't think you're the only person who's going to play Westbrook and Harden together on FanDuel. People will definitely do it tonight.
Yeah.
Lock that one. Write that one in the books.
It is in the books. All right. All right. So I know you have to leave right away. So do
I actually changed my plan, so I'm actually here for a minute. But
okay. So we can wait until we get actual luck. And there it is. So I want to see quick ownership. See what comes up here.
Yeah, let's see what comes up.
Let's see. There's my qualifier. My live quote. Now, are they going to provide me with airfare to Hoboken? I hope not. Only because I live a half hour from there.
Yeah, it'll take a minute to upload.
Memphis.
You ended up with 15% Miles Turner, 35% McGee. I have a little more McGee. Well, we're pretty close actually. You have a lot more Prince than I do, but I like that. I actually think that makes a lot of sense.
That's not going to bury me. You know what I mean? Like it's 40.
Overlooked on DK. Yes, Drummond is going overlooked on DK. But I have him in one of my big ones.
All right, let me see ownerships. I mean, like in the thing. Okay, so Julius Randle is 22%.
Ooh, that's actually pretty high.
Let me see what else coming from that game. I guess I don't have much else from that game, or I can't find it. I guess there's better ways to do. Miles Turner only 5%. That's interesting.
Oladipo is 2.5%.
Yes. Oh my God. Rui Hachimura is just as owned as Thomas Bryant.
What?
9% each in the 100K thing.
That's pretty wild that people got onto Ruri.
Or off of Bryant, which is more surprising.
I ended up getting some Brian in.
So that is surprising. Bertan's 4%. Where's
It's too easy to. It was too easy to rotate my centers in all different kinds of ways.
where's Beal then? Hold on, let me find him.
He'll be unowned. Guess what? I told you what Oladipo's was, right?
2% or something.
Yeah, 2.5.
All right, so
I
Beal.
think higher in that one.
So Beal here is a big fat 5.7%.
5.7%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
think.
Elfrid Payton is 15%.
Oh my God. I have 17 and 20% of each of those guys total. So I'm sort of in there.
Okay, all right. This is
Yeah, you got people at 1%. I'm looking at the 555, but see, that's what I mean. Like on the higher buy-ins, those little things, even if it's only one difference between 1% and 2%, makes you feel a little better. You know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't you tell him? Didn't you say that about what's his name about Osimo? Like he really likes the difference between really get that 1% guy as opposed to necessarily the 6%.
No. Yeah, but that was a different thing. This is more
okay.
about. No, this is. I'm talking about.
Oh, there's something else. Okay.
Yeah, totally something different.
I got Kemba at 3%. Oh, look at some of this crap I got going on. All right, there will be no duplication in Sheets' lineups tonight. That I promise you.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if they have any hope, but you know what? It's going to be fun to find out. That's for sure.
Hey, at this moment, they have hope.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I have one lineup with nobody starting, and my one big one. My other one has got Oladipo and Trey Brown locked so far.
Oh, let me check out FanDuel.
FanDuel, I have 50% Oladipo in everything above $80.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Total. No, maybe not. No, it's in terms of actual money, it's more than 50%. I think of my overall play tonight.
I know. Now I don't have anybody. Let me see. I got to find Beal in my. I don't know because I have a decent amount of him, so I got to find him somewhere. So where is Beal? Is he here?
Oladipo jumped up to 4% on FanDuel.
Okay, so Rui on FanDuel is 1.8%. So
I have a ton of them over there. That's weird.
Yeah, me too. And Elf's popular, man. He's 11%.
People went after it, you know.
Yeah.
I got a little scared away with the DSJ coming back and all the other plays on the slate and trusting the Knicks, I guess, on the road.
Well,
this spread. Do you think the Knicks should be more than a 4.5 point dog in this game? Weird to me.
Let's see. Who else is here? Gordon Hayward. Wow, they got that one right to the penny. Roto Grinders. 27.5% exactly. That's pretty
he's 24% on.
Yeah.
One. Less owned in the higher buy-in.
Yeah.
I always love to see it.
Let's see the windmill. Let's see this windmill here. If anybody is in that thing. Oh, yeah, so Peyton is 16% of that one. I can't quite find that. I don't know what they did with FanDuel. I don't know where to find my freaking guys now. You know what I mean? Like I have, like where do I find like my Beal lineups, for example? Like it's so easy to find them on DraftKings, but here, like I gotta scroll for them. It's like ridiculous. All right, so here's Beal. Let's see what he's owned. He's gonna be probably higher owned here than on DraftKings, right? Let's see. Oh, dude, Beal is 20% on freaking FanDuel.
Yeah, look at that though. It's perception partly. I didn't play it much on FanDuel.
Yeah, I mean that's probably bad, the 20%, because like you were saying, there's a lot of you had a lot of good options there at shooting guard, right?
Yeah, which is probably why I'm a little bit annoyed that I married so much of it to Oladipo. But I believe in it, what he's going to do tonight. So let's hope for a good Oladipo game, guys. And with that, you got anything else?
No, I'll be ready at like 1 o'clock in the morning for Andrew Wiggins to take it all down.
Oh my God, that's not the case. But for your sake, if I'm out of it, I'm happy.
Dude, it'll be the Andrew Wiggins, Damian Lee show, just for old time's sake.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll talk. All right, I'm gonna close this down.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Yep.
Good luck, everyone.
Let's get rid of this.